Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Dental Cafe. So today we are going to discuss about the middle cranial fossa. In part 1, anterior cranial fossa was already discussed, and this is Neet series part 2 in continuation of part 1. In this video we are going to see which foramen are present in the middle cranial fossa and which nerve passes through the different foramen and which structure is passes through the middle cranial fossa. Okay, then let's begin the video. As we all know, the floor of the cranial cavity is divided into three depressions. The first one is the anterior cranial fossa, middle one is the middle cranial fossa, and the last one is the posterior cranial fossa. Anterior cranial fossa was already discussed. I'll share the link. Begin with the middle cranial fossa. So this is middle cranial fossa. As the name suggests, this is located in the middle or centrally in the cranial floor. So this middle part of the cranial cavity known as the middle cranial fossa located between the anterior and the posterior cranial fossa. And as you can see, it is somewhat butterfly in shaped, and the middle part of the middle cranial fossa accommodating pituitary gland, and the two lateral parts accommodates the temporal lobes of the brain. Now it is formed by the three bones. So first one is the sphenoid bone, then the temporal bone, and the periphery by the parietal bone. So it is composed of three bones: sphenoidal, temporal, and the parietal bone. Now the structures and the foramen present in the middle cranial fossa. First one, we have a superior orbital fissure in the rat. Through superior orbital fissure, third nerve, that is oculomotor nerve, passes through the superior orbital fissure. Then we have a fourth nerve, that is trochlear, and the trigeminal division of first nerve, that is ophthalmic, and the sixth nerve, that is abducent, is passes through the superior orbital fissure. It means third, fourth, first branch of fifth nerve and the sixth nerve passes through the superior orbital fissure. And the first and the second nerve was already discussed in the anterior cranial fossa. First nerve is passes through the cribriform plate and the second from the optic canal of the anterior cranial fossa. And if you want to know detail about the anterior cranial fossa, I'll share the link. This is very important from examination point of view, that which cranial nerve is passes through which foramen. So do remember the point that first cranial nerve is passes through which structure, second is through which structure, and similarly third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so on. The next we have a foramen rotundum, which is just below the superior orbital fissure. We have a foramen called foramen rotundum or round foramen. So the second branch of trigeminal nerve passes through the foramen rotundum, that is maxillary nerve. In a structure we have foramen ovale. So the structure passes through the foramen ovale is remembered as the mnemonic male. In male, AM stand for mandibular nerve, mean third branch of trigeminal nerve is passed through foramen ovale. A stand for accessory meningeal arteries also passes through this foramen. Then L stand for lesser petrosal nerve, and then E stand for emissary vein. All these structures passes through the foramen ovale. Then we have a foramen spinosum, just lateral to the foramen ovale, and we will remember the structure passes through the foramen spinosum as men. In men stand for middle meningeal artery, E stand for emissary vein, and N stand for nervus spinosum. This is the recurrent meningeal branch of mandibular division. In exam, they can ask Lesser petrosal nerve is passes through which foramen? So the answer is the foramen ovale. So you have to remember the structure passes through the foramen and the name of the foramen through which the structure passes. Now we have a quick revision. So first one, we have a superior orbital fissure. Structure passes through or nerve passes through is third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Then we have a foramen rotundum. Fifth, that is trigeminal nerve, second division, that is maxillary branches passes through. Then we have a foramen ovale. We have a mandibular nerve passes through foramen ovale. Then foramen spinosum we'll remember as men, and foramen ovale we'll remember as male. Then we have a foramen lacerum. I hope this video is helpful for you to understand middle cranial fossa, that is the part 2 of the Neet series. In the next video, I'm going to tell you about the posterior cranial fossa. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for the latest update.